Welcome back, y'all. A bit different setting than usual. Moving around a bit. So again, I won't do too much talking this time. I will get straight into it, I promise. All I have to say is that as per last reading, it's time to be a dog. Some of y'all need to lock the fuck in. You may be discouraged. You may feel like, oh, things never work, but those are all old cycles. A lot of you have been breaking cycles, stepping into new timelines, making things happen. It may seem slow, like a trickle effect, but I promise you, like, sometimes all you have to do is move a state over or move cities or just hop in your car and drive, and like you might meet someone who puts you on to, a new contractor. You never know. Like sometimes you just need to move. You need to keep the ball rolling, not in the Sisyphus sense of just like keep rolling the boulder up the hill and having it fall down on you continually. But a lot of you guys just need to literally keep the ball rolling. You guys have motion. You know what you're doing. A lot of you have a solid plan. You just are like, things haven't been working out, or every time I do this, this happens. Well, if you want to call it the enemy, that's where the enemy wants you to be stuck in that mindset of, oh, every time I get this, this happens. So, I mean, everything is action and reaction. So every time you do something, even if you did nothing wrong to someone, you still did something. Even if you just smiled at someone, you still did something. So yes, these attacks are real. Yes, karmics are evil. Yes, but we are in the sun cycle. You are protected. You are loved. A lot of you guys just need the ability to just like not toughen up, not to shut down emotionally, not become cold, but just shrug things off. Like it literally is an ability, like a gift, where you can just take the pressure you're feeling and just like, if you want to use the Bible as a parable, what's the scripture? Take Jesus's white robes and give him your dirty rags. Like sometimes you have to transmute the energy. Sometimes you need to like, a lot of you guys just need to literally like exercise like 10, 15, 30 minutes a day. Just exercise, start over, you die. I was gonna restart the video, they said start over, I die. So, not in a literal sense, but just it would be unfortunate. So with you guys being the dog, let me just ask the cards, guys. Hold on. So Hermetic deck, Tarot, the Sun. What is it that collective is lacking right now, what is it that is making them have these delays? What is causing them to feel this? I already heard it, but I'm gonna pull it out in the card, so I'm not just yapping. What do they need to hear right now that will help with these situations? Hold on, okay, shuffle. And it says shuffle again. Because guys, like when I say be the dog, I mean like literally like you have been socializing a certain way for a certain time. You've learned these different tools and trades and things, but now it's time to put all that to use. Like if you've been using your left hand your whole life, now learn to write with your right hand. If you've been standing on one leg, grow a second leg, grow a third leg, grow a third leg, right? Some of you guys, like, it's, like, you guys need to, like, really, like, walk in and embody, like, you have these gifts. Yes, you are the high priestess, you are the hierophant. Why are you not using your skills? Why are you struggling? Like, you know how to help everyone else. But when it comes to you, you're like, I don't know. Like, let's get into it. Queen of Swords, Queen of the Thrones of Air. Again, beheading, a headless head. So you served someone an ego death. You gave someone like a piece of advice. Someone was trying to ego death you, or someone was trying to submerge you in water, and it could be the person using Belial. Someone was trying to like submerge you in like this icy bath of water emotionally. They wanted you to feel iced out. They wanted you to feel like no one cared, like you don't matter. And usually, like, if you're having a good day, like you're vibing, everything's cool, and then you start having that like doubt, insecurity, fear, you feel attacked out of nowhere, you're like, that is a good sign that someone is doing spell work. So you gave someone an ego death. Queen of Swords. I would say Empress is higher than the Queen, since a Queen rules one kingdom, an Emperor or Empress rules an empire, which is made up of multiple kingdoms, an empire. But you have evolved to a point with your physical actions. As I said per last reading, they all connect. There's times when people are doing the spell work on you, and literally all you do is like, you might like wave your hand like this, and that like and that disrupts it. Whoever this practitioner is, they're not advanced at all. They're not in the master class. They're not even in the driver's seat of their own body and consciousness. They astral projected into the back of their mind, and the entity they're working with is taking the driver's seat. So you're you're messing with like watered down, I guess you could call it magic spell work. It's at the point where like literally all you have to do is like realize it's happening. You like see it. You like analyze the energy and like you blink and that and that undoes their like 10-hour spell that they spent all night crafting. You're just like and that like you are able to combine your spiritual and physical actions where it's like you're doing it on the physical, but it is very much spiritual. You know what I mean? It's like when you that's not a good example. Okay, let's just say it. It's like when you lucid dream, like you're dreaming but you're aware. So it's like yes, you're still asleep, but you're also awake. You know what I mean? Like you are in both worlds without being in psychosis at this point. We have Justice, Yin and Yang, daughter of the Lord of Truth. So Truth is coming out. Saturn here. Well, Saturn here was at the mill. Always confuse the male and female signs. I believe that's the mill. So we have Saturn. We have mill. Again, Saturn is the crone. Saturn is like the very harsh, strict grandmother figure. The older lady, like that disciplinarian lady from Matilda, the like gym coach lady, the one who was like torturing the kids. That is Saturn. People think Saturn is a male. Saturn is the crone. Look up what crone means. Come back, leave a comment. So you are getting justice. You are getting what's just, and this karmic is being put on ice. But again, when we say karmic, we have to understand that karma is not just simple as like, oh, you did something bad, so now something bad happens to you. Because we know and watch every day in the news in this world, horrible people do horrible shit every single day, and they get off scot-free. So karma is not just, oh, cause and effect. Like, yes, karma as told by Bashir, if you guys know Bashir, tap in with him on YouTube. Very wise guy, clean shave, older white guy. He's very talented, very wise. His definition of karma is what I agree with, is that karma is the act of balancing. So it's like you're going down your path. You can choose to balance things in the present moment when it comes up. Like, say you and your friend have been arguing over like pizza. Like you're like, oh, like you're like, you always eat the pepperoni pizza. I wanted that one. So how come you can't eat the barbecue? Well, in that moment, if you choose to be mature, you too can solve that karma. You can resolve that issue and bring it to, bring it forward, bring it to full circle. So it's like anything bad happening, whether it's past life, past form, this life, centuries ago, whatever, it's just the act of balancing the energy and bringing the conversation full circle. So there's no more hurt feelings. There's no more like negativity feeling it. It's just complete. So then we have Two of Pentacles, Lord of Harmonious Change. This card is beautiful, by the way. I really like this card, guys. This card is really dope. Can you guys see it? So Two of Pentacles. It's almost like the serpent swallowing its own tail, but you can see like you have the hand grabbing it, and it's like you're squeezing. It's like you have like such fine energy. I don't like the word manipulation, but you know how to utilize energy and wield it so well that it's like you can just like grab the air, and it looks like you're just squeezing nothing, but you're like grabbing the energy around you. Like you're able to like grab people's energy. Some of you do this where like you like, like you feel that, and then you like, some of you are feeding on it, which just make sure you're giving as much as you're taking, or find a source that you don't have to drain if you're going to feed. But you guys are literally like squeezing the juice out of this like container, not like actual juice, of course, like in a juice container, but you guys are like in this energy where you're just like, I want it, I have it, it's mine, and you're making it happen, and you're just like grabbing it. You're just like, gimme, not in a super selfish way, but just like, I know what's mine. I did the groundwork, I manifested it, I prayed over it, I set my intentions, God, give it like that. And it's you guys are seeing this faucet turn on in your life where it's like you are starting to see the signs, you are starting to feel the different energy, you are starting to know that like you are blessed, you are fortuitous, you are abundant financially as well. Just because you say abundance doesn't mean it means financial abundance. I just want to make that clear. Set your intentions if you haven't. So cards, I'm telling my collector that they need to be the dog, but let's like break that down. Cards, what what needs to come out? What needs to be revealed so they can step into this new energy and really be that boss that they want to be? There's a car parked in front of me. I'm pretty sure they're just like looking at me, but I don't give a fuck. I don't feel uncomfortable. It's just maybe he's not looking at me. I don't think he is, but. And what I mean by being a dog is like you guys have been like a lot of you guys are just like you're meek, you're quiet. People, you know, get under your skin. You don't really say anything. That's fine. I'm the same way. I'm not very confrontational. I don't really care. People can do all the petty shit. You know, I take a lot of hits. People can laugh at me. People can say whatever. I really don't give a damn for the most part. Like unless it's serious, which you know it never is, I'll say something. But what I mean by you need to be the dog is like you ever seen just like it's like say you go to a dog park, right? There's like that one dog that just like nobody fucks with. Like it might be a small dog, it might be a big dog, but I'm talking about the alpha now. Let's not compare this to humans when they say alpha male. That shit is corny, right? That shit is stupid. But you're gonna need to really carry your rank and title. Like I said for the high priestess in that one last video, like carry your head high, like speak, project your voice. Speak from lower in your chest, like not up here, speak from down here in your chest. You know what I mean? Like you need to let your confidence be like on display. You need to like let people know who you are. A lot of times these cycles continue simply because yes, you are cloaked by the divine, but it's a lot of you guys choose to cloak yourselves as well. So it's like you have like a double shield, and that's fine, but some of you guys are so disconnected from what is because you're so protected that it's like you don't know how to feel, or you're disconnected because you think you're so protected, which you are, that it's like you've got this kind of cocky attitude, but it's not real. It's just bravado. Like you need to be on the ground connecting with people at this time. Like you need human connection at this time. You need to be like in the midst. You need to be opening up to people. You need to be telling your story. You need to be posting online. You need to be walking down the street in your best outfit. Even on a day when you have nothing to do and nowhere to go, no money in your pocket, just walk down the street in your best outfit. Just do your hair for no reason. Put on a different outfit, buy new clothes, new wardrobe, sweep your rug, wash your walls with vinegar and cinnamon, whatever. Like, just get, they're funny. Just get like in the habit of like doing new things, because this new energy is going to bring you like a lot of new opportunities. Sometimes you guys are so hidden that you forget that you being yourself is what allows other people to like step into that too. So sometimes you really just need to like be yourself, which you are, but stop hiding it. Like stop being afraid. Speak your opinion. I know I'm just yapping, but like you guys really need to like come out your shell. You know, people like you, people want to interact with you, people want to know your story, people want to know who you are. But if you just let them push over you, well, I mean, yeah, you're protected, but there's still things that can happen that are like, you know, unsatisfactory, or, you know, just that we don't like. Even with the protection, you know, it's, you know, you got to think how deep is the protection? Like, is it just physical protection? Are you protected from like harm coming to you, like being assaulted or battery? Or are you protected mentally, emotionally? Are you protected spiritually? Like there's different layers to these things. Even with the physical, spiritual, emotional, you have different layers. Like with the emotional protection, are you just protected from other people's like emotional negativity, or does this shield also protect you yourself from like having a crash out, from expressing shit that will get you fucked up when you're in the wrong environment, or, you know, saying the wrong thing? You know, protection is deeper than just, oh, it's a shield and Archangel Michael protects me. It's like, well, what kind of shield are you using? Are you using the shield of Aegis, you know, Aegis? Are you using like, what kind of shield are you using? You know, get deep into this stuff. Figure out like talk to your angels, figure out who protects you, talk to your God, your deity, talk to your ancestors, talk to your guides. Really figure out, like, ask them. I want you guys to ask your guides, like, who am I supposed to be? And yes, the answer is just yourself. You're just supposed to be yourself every day. Just show up as yourself. But like, if you look at your North Node in astrology, right, the energy that you're supposed to embody in this lifetime, how are you supposed to carry yourself? Because some of you guys, you're powerful, you're dope, you have a little bit of swag, but it's like you're working with like the wrong it's like you're working with like the wrong type of energy. You might have the wrong familiars. I had a dragon I had to let go of recently. It was fucking up my energy, draining me. It wasn't communicating with me. It wasn't really willing to work with me. So some of you guys need to like let go of these entities, spirits, ancestors you've been working with. It's okay to fire them. It's okay to hire new ones. Just make sure you know what you're doing, vet them, ask them questions, know what you're getting into. Sorry for the yap, guys. Sorry for the yap, but I think that's a gang stalker. They just like pulled up and they're staring at me in like a dark truck. It's just weird, you know. Like I don't think I'm being gang stalked right now, but it's just like dude just kept staring at me. I'm like, I don't feel intimidated, but you know, like I don't know, you know. And he's coming back in here, I guess. Shit. Is that what people do? Just pull up and stare at you? Like, I mean, I know I'm doing a reading, but you know, it shouldn't be like that. He's definitely seen tarot cards before. I mean, you know, he has a certain energy on him, but okay, Spirit said he was just curious. I don't know. That's fine, but it's, you know, I don't really like being stared at for too long. Cards. So we got Queen of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Justice. We need our collective to be the dog. We need them to like be that masculine. Not even if you're a woman or you know you call yourself a female, a girl. That's okay. You still need to be like. Not masculinity like you need to become a man, but masculinity like you need to take action. But you have this Queen of Swords, so you have been taking action. Your plans are working out. I think you just need to seed it mentally. Like a lot of you guys, you are very fast on the physical. Like yes, like physically fast. You can probably outrun. Some of y'all are faster than Usain Bolt. You know that'll never come out because you're not an Olympian, and I don't think you want to be. I don't think you want to go to the Olympics. If you know, you know. Just do your research on that shit. There's a lot of evil in sports, in these competitions, but you are moving supernaturally fast on the physical, and it's thanks to some of your angels. You guys need to leave an offering. Why do the crossroads? Someone really needs to go to the crossroads. Someone has been putting it off. This is your confirmation that you really need to go to the crossroads. Leave a bowl of water. If you have gold, bring that too, and cayenne pepper or cinnamon. If this is you, you need to go to the crossroads, bring a bowl of water, literally a bowl, not a water bottle. Put it in a bowl. It could be from a water bottle. Just put the water in a bowl. If you have gold, bring that as an offering, and bring cayenne pepper or cinnamon, both. They said one or the other. Whichever one you have, you don't have to do too much. Do not bring fake gold. If you don't have gold, don't bring silver. If you don't bring fool's gold, you know, pyrite. If you don't have gold, that's fine. Just bring that water, bring that cinnamon or cayenne pepper, and you're good. That's all they are asking for you. Yeah, because they're going to use it for you. Okay. So, collective has been taking action. They are changing. Like, again, this Lord of Harmonious change. You are changing, but not all change is good. Yes, you are evolving daily, but not all evolution is good or needed. So there's some things that you need to hold back on or just have discipline with. Like maybe you just found a new friend group and you guys really like to play COD, you know, mobile or COD zombies at night. And it's like you are interacting with people, you are socializing, you are forming these bonds, but you still need to like keep in mind, like you do have a schedule, you are on divine time, you are on God's time. So if you're putting off like your duties and responsibilities to like play games or, you know, like hang out with the guys or hang out with your girls or, you know, go out too much, like you might just need to be a little bit more conservative, dial it back some and just like refocus and say, okay, like I'm going to set aside this much time for that. And then I'll do this the other day. And you can ask for breaks. A lot of people don't think about it, but you can ask the divine for breaks. However long you need. Like the longest I've been on break was like 7 months. Granted, that was during the instability, so it was kind of needed, but normally I wouldn't take 7 breaks off from life, you know, but I was in this hospital getting my shit together. I had 7 months away from school, from my friends and family, you know, it was nice. Regardless, let me pull some more cards. Cards, talk to me. What is blocking collective from them being who they need to be? Why does collective feel like Yes, it's valid that you have had setbacks as earth angels and chosen. We do sometimes have the carpet pulled out from under us. And simply that's because if you want me to be real, some of us are here illegally. I mean, not like as we don't belong in this country. Like I'm a U.S. citizen. I just mean like some of you guys, we all asked to be here. Even people who don't remember say, "I never asked." Well, you did because you would have been somewhere else, or you would have stayed home, right? So we all asked to be here. It's just when you are chosen. Not that you can't make your mark in the world. Not that you can't build permanent things with people and leave things behind. It's just like usually the footprint we leave is so cloaked that it's like a lot of times it's just not safe. A lot of times the doors that you're working so hard to get through, you're gonna end up in a world of pain once you get to that door. And the divine is slamming that in your face, or redirecting you. It's not because your God doesn't like you. It's not because your ancestors aren't supporting you. It's not because you're cursed or blocked on the physical. Some of you are blocked on the physical, but that's a whole nother reading I'll do. It's not that you don't have favor. It's literally just sometimes like the divine, I just say this, God knows best, right? The most high, the most high, the most high, the most high knows best. Your ancestors usually know best. Your highest, you sometimes know best. So it's like, if you've been working really hard towards a specific goal, and you're like, damn it, I was so close, I was gonna have it. Well, you may not need that. The way you're going about life, the things you believe, the things you hold true, the things that you think, things that you know to be this and that, well, that's only your opinion and your beliefs that you formed based on experience you've had, people you've interacted with, exposure to different elements. Like even like if you're arguing with someone and it's cold outside, that's going to have a different feeling emotionally and impact than if you're arguing with someone in the heat. It might get a lot more heated and it might turn physical. Rather than you're arguing with someone in the cold, you're likely going to just want to end it so you can, like all these different elements bring different sorts of changes to our mind and our internal chemistry, like our chemical reactions happening in our body, in our brain, the different emotions we're feeling, the different thoughts we're thinking. All of these things, while yes, you know truth, everything that you have held as scripture may just be an illusion. Not that you are under illusions, but some of you guys, for some reason, are still struggling with the Kingu spell, the false eye of the moon, the false light of the moon. So at this time, let me pull some cards. I'm just yapping. I'm sorry, guys. This reading feels like it's all over the place. I had a message. I sat down. It got taken from me. So that means I did not need to give that message today. I had like a whole like plan of what I wanted to do and say. All that got rerouted. Like I just told you guys, being rerouted is your best friend. Like I said, you're speeding towards the goal. You're knocking things out. You're making these connections. You're saving money, you're doing this, you're doing that job, you're doing this. Well, yeah, let's just slow it down. Be the tortoise, still not the hare. Still be the tortoise, not the hare. Sometimes you're speeding so fast that you lose sight of how fast am I going? Where am I? Why am I going this fast through this energy? Because once that fuel burns out, what do you have left? If you have this awesome plan and maybe it is supported by the divine, but you're burning all the fuel you have and that they gave you, by the time you get close to the finish line, you won't even want to cross it. That's what happens to some of you guys. So that's also a cycle that some of you guys are in. It's like you get very close, and some of you guys don't have any bullshit happening. Like, yes, we have marks on our hands. You could say that like a broken M is a disability. So yes, you might deal with more bullshit than people, but for someone, let's say you don't have a broken M, let's say you have no disability, let's say life just goes the way you want, but for some reason you keep fucking up. This is usually happening with divine purpose to teach you the ins and outs before you get there, and then you have to figure out the hard way and you start losing everything. If you are going through a tough time now, it's literally just a lesson. Again, Saturn, the crone, teaching you like these tough life lessons that you need to evolve. A lot of times, these are just experiences we get attached to. Oh, I have this job, I drive this car, I'm married to this person, I have this friend group. That shit is gonna rotate and change. Like, sometimes you need to cut people off yesterday. Sometimes you need to be in new energy. Sometimes you need to just hop on the road and go. That's confirmation for somebody. Just hop on the road and go. Be safe, of course. Do prayer, do protection. Make sure you know where you're going. But some of you just need to hop in the car and go. cards. Okay. Cards speak to me. They said it's really in these three cards, and Justice, Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. I mean, it's really right here. It's really right here. Like, it's really already in here. I mean, I could go deeper. They say go deeper. Okay. So, again, Libra, Justice. Libra is fair. Libra doesn't necessarily care about people's opinions. Like, oh my God, he said this about me. She thinks this of me. But Libra is concerned. No. How I say this? Because if you're concerned about something, you care. If you care about something, you are concerned. So not concerned is, oh my God, he said he doesn't like me. I don't like my, it's not like that. But Libra is the one that is very tapped into people's perception. Libra balances their perception versus how other people see them, which is what makes Libra so well-rounded. A lot of people are tone deaf when it comes to how others perceive them, and they don't know how to tone it down some or take it up, or they don't know like when enough is enough. So Libra, you see these scales, that's Libra. So look, in here you have, I think this the masculine, you have karma, or Saturn. But people think that if you want to be balanced, you have to have balance on top of balance. Well, that's imbalance. Balance would be disorder, order, chaos, lie, truth, or just truth. But even within truth, there's different components to truth. So it's like, if you cannot break down the truth, if you can't tell someone why, like if you can't hit me with the sound right reason, or no, the sound right wisdom, the sound right knowledge, the sound right reason, I'm just gonna say you don't know what you're talking about. If you can't walk someone through your truth, then you probably don't know it yourself. So with that balance, and this is what some of y'all need to learn. And then like, if you're dealing with someone who's very chaotic and messy, all you have to do is be order. Just be be still. If you're dealing with someone who's very fluid, very whimsical, kind of iffy, just I'm floating here, I'm over there like a leaf in the wind. All you have to do is be the solid one, because if y'all both become fluid, I'm floating, I'm just a wind, that can work. You might be best friends, but someone is gonna get pissed off. You gotta balance. People don't know how to balance themselves, but you have to balance yourself. You have to balance these energies. A lot of times you're caught in the environment to balance these energies. You may think, oh, I got hired at this job. Well, maybe you need to meet your flock. Maybe your flock is at this job, and that's who you're sent to guide. Cards come out. They said no. They said no. Give me one more message. Come on. I've been reading they said go deeper with these first. Okay, fine. We also have yin and yang on this card. At this time, you are balanced with your masculine and feminine, and people are seeing that. Some people are having a very hard time determining what your sex gender is, even if you have like a beard or like a mustache. I was at a little festival earlier, a little Mexican festival. A woman walked up to me. She pet my friend's dog, and she looked at me and said, "Happy Mother's Day." And I said, "Oh, I'm not a mother." And then she looked at me again. She said, "Happy Mother's Day." And I said, and she did a triple take, and she said, "Oh my God." And she said, "You're a male?" And I said, "Yeah." Beard, mustache, like sometimes you guys are so fluid, not earlier, but sometimes you guys are so fluid that like people can't tell. Even if you have a beard, even if you have broad shoulders, even if you're wearing like a muscle tank, like a tank top, and your muscles are out, and you clearly have no, breast, or you walk a certain way. You know how males walk, the waddle we do when you're jacked up or just you're big. Sometimes people, like, you are clearly a male, but they're looking at you and they're just seeing the feminine. They're seeing your divine feminine. They're seeing your goddess. They're seeing your astral form sometimes. So this is good. This is a good sign. It means you're in touch with your divine feminine and divine masculine. What this is basically saying is that you are divine. You are an earth angel. You are that awakened star seed. You do have these gifts. You are powerful. You are chosen. So with that, it's like, also what people confuse when people say dark and light. Like a lot of people, they'll say, oh, that's darkness, like when referring to evil. Well, darkness is just the feminine. So you're kind of insulting her when you do that. Like you're insulting Nyx, you're insulting Ginnungagap. These forces they say the feminine is chaotic and fluid, but to call her evil, you know, and I get it, we associate darkness with bad things, but darkness is just the feminine. Light is the masculine. The feminine is the moon, the masculine is the sun. So with this Queen of Swords is like, it's like you have, there's two ways to interpret this, because I see a few things. Like one, her body, this goddess, or, you know, this deity, she looks like an egg, you know, so it's like her child is wrapped, you know, like the cosmic egg, her child is wrapped in this egg, and she's out here getting vengeance for her goddess. The other way to see this is that this is the goddess beheading people, and this is her angel, or, you know, her deity, and this is who is guiding her, giving her the strength to behead these karmics. So, and if you look at the hair too, she looks like Medusa. She looks like Medusa. She has like the coils, the like snake fringe hair. It is the sun cycle. I'm gonna keep saying it as much as it needs, but yes, there is still unaliving. Yes, there is still evil going on in this fallen world. Things are being balanced more and more every day, but someone was either assaulted recently or they were assaulted in the past, and this is kind of that confirmation, like the Medusa with the sword in the head. Some people are sometimes your beauty is so tantalizing, not that it excuses people's behavior, like, you know, people should keep their hands to themselves. No one should be forcing themselves on anyone. Assault, rape is never okay. But sometimes your beauty is so tantalizing that people get like bewitched, and it's like, it makes them crazy. Some of you guys are just like so attractive, or like your energy is just like so like seductive that people like dead ass lose their mind around you. And it's not your fault that it's happened. It's just, you can maybe learn to tone it down sometimes. Some of you guys have learned that after this assault happened. You're like, okay, I really need to ground my energy and make sure it's not just leaking out. I apologize for whoever this happened to you. Maybe it was a friend, maybe it was you. Either way, justice has been served. That person is no longer a problem. That has been dealt with a while ago, says Ra. Yep, confirmation. Pull some more cards. They say go deeper. Bro, what else do you want me to do? It's just 3 cards. Lord of Harmonious Chains. Okay, so look, you see this, like, it is like a serpent swallowing its tail, but it's being squeezed in the middle, and it makes like an 8. And then you have these like wheels with the plus sign in the middle. So it's almost like these spokes, like these like little, like, you know, these like spoke things, these little rectangles. It's almost like these are like the paths you've been on, and then it leads back to the center. And this is like the healing. This is like, you know, a plus sign, like especially a red plus sign, that's usually like a medical symbol for like healing, EMS, you know, whatever, you know, doctor, whatever. Not just a staff of caduceus, but the red plus sign is usually like a sign of a healer, a sign of someone who has, you know, like who can do mouth to mouth, or, you know, first aid and stuff like that. Like a first aid kit has this little sign on it. So these are like the different paths you've been going in, and you see like it has different levels. Like it goes from here all the way like in here, and then it goes to this plus. So it's like you have been walking around this circle. Well, this spiral, you've been going in this spiral like this, and then it's like you keep coming back to the center and healing. But some of you are purposely walking past that you know are damaging, and you kind of don't care because you feel like, oh, well, I'm divine, I'm earth angel, I can handle anything. Yes, you can, but that doesn't mean you should be outside of your jurisdiction doing things that you know will get you in trouble. When you're acting outside of your power, outside of your jurisdiction, outside of your throne, and you're stepping into enemy territory, sometimes, Chosen, you are the only light. And I will say this word, sometimes you are not masculine, sometimes you are the only light for miles, and you're like deep in enemy territory undercover. And sometimes they already know, but they can't do anything anyway, and you're the only one who doesn't know, because Spirit knows you'll freak out if they tell you that you've already been spotted, you've already been caught, they're already onto you. So I would just take it slow, dial it way back, take it super slow, have a plan, think it through for a couple of days, even write it down, especially write it down. Whatever this plan is, this move you're making, some of you do just need to hop in the car and go. But for the rest of you who this does not apply to, because you will know in spirit whether this applies to you or not, take it. If it resonates, leave it. If it doesn't, you know instinctually who this is about. I'm hearing a J, a K, and an S that needs to go hop in that car. Also, if your name starts with the R, you need to hop in that car and go. They said not Raya though. She's cool. Okay. That's my sister. Yeah. So you've been going down this path, but it's also like this hand is squeezing it. It's like you're okay. This is the message I wanted to give at the start of the video. It finally came back. It finally came back full circle. Thank you, Divine. Thank you. Or thank you. Thank you. Move, please. You guys can't see it, I don't think, but okay, confirmation. The bug just went. Oh, big ass fly just went past the window. A lot of you guys. So with this, it's like you are squeezing out this healing from these different paths. It's like some of you are purposely going down dangerous roads, doing things you shouldn't, but you're able to heal when you go back to your center. But it's like a lot of y'all have it fucked up. You're like, oh, like my whole life has been fucked up. I've been gang stalked my whole life. Everyone has betrayed me. Well, yeah. As an earth angel, everyone has betrayed me too. I don't mean it jokingly. I don't mean it metaphorically or literally. I mean it literally. Like everyone I know at some point or another has betrayed me, has done me dirty, has done spell work on me, tried to unalive me, stolen from me, betrayed me in a different way, sold me out. It comes with the territory being chosen because these people are not solid like you are. But you really need to reconceptualize, like, yes, these things have happened. Yes, the attacks were real. But you need to set your own definition of right and wrong and what you win and lose. Because if say someone cheats on you and like you vent to your friends, all like, oh, like he's a piece of shit, he shouldn't have done that, or girl, I'm so sorry for you. Well, yeah, you got cheated on, but think about all the good times you had before the cheating happened or before you were aware of it. Like yes, it's fucked up the person cheated, yes, it's wrong, but like you guys would be like, oh my god, like this person is so horrible, and then like it's like when you get triggered, you forget all the positive things that have happened. Even if it's with someone that is a karmic or someone that was a hidden enemy, you still had good times, you still had good memories. So I'm not telling you to compartmentalize, but you need to separate the hurt and the pain and the bad from the good and the joy. Sometimes you really just need to look at a situation like, say someone broke into your car and they shot your pet pigeon. Whew. They said don't laugh. So the car may not work anymore. You may no longer have a pet pigeon, but instead of like being obsessed with this, they stole from me, they took it from. Well, think back on all the good times you had with that car. Think about all the good memories you made with that pigeon. Will you get a new one? Are you gonna bury it? How are you gonna carry its energy and life forward now that it's gone, right? So it's like, me personally, I've had a lot of women that I was really into, like been best friends with, been, like dating, and they've either, they were karmic, they were hidden enemies that I didn't know about until the last moment, or, just they didn't get what they want, so they turned on me, they did spell work on me. But I still have to realize, like, okay, like, I actually still love this person. Like, yeah, I don't like what they did, and I distance myself. They don't longer have access to me, but I love who I was when I was with this person. I love what they showed me. I love what I learned about myself. I love the way they carry themselves, and that's what attracted me to them. I'm not going to go back and repeat the cycle like a dumbass, but I still can acknowledge that there was good in these situations where I was faced with evil. When all the times that injustice has happened to me, there's still something good that I can extract from that. And if you want to take it to the level of alchemy, everything is your tool. Broken glass is your tool. Scorpion venom is your tool. A broken arm is your tool. You can use everything to your benefit. There is nothing that can harm you. There is nothing that should steer you off course. Even if it takes you off course, it's just divine redirection and you're still on course. You're just taking a different path. So it's like everything that you think is bad, well, yes, it may actually be that way. Start to think, how can I use this to my benefit? Instead of just having this weight on you, oh my God, this sucks. Well, how does this benefit me? And if it doesn't benefit you at all, there's nothing you can extract out of it, there's nothing you can transmit it to, discard it and stop thinking about it. It's that simple. I'm not telling you to tough up or, ignore your emotions, but sometimes you do have to ignore these feelings, because every time you react to it, and you're like, and you start doing like mental battle, like fuck them, I can't stand this shit, that keeps the energy, that keeps something going. Even if you're not saying it out loud, it's in your head and spirit, you think no one hears you. I guarantee God hears you. I guarantee your ancestors hear you. I guarantee there's different aspects of yourself that you weren't even aware of, like your 9 bodies, your ket, whatever, your ka, your ba, your rin, whatever, that are aware and they feel some type of way. And they all can act independently of your physical body, yes. So sometimes you need to like let go of this, let go of the hurt, let go of the pain. Stop telling yourself the same story. Oh, they did me wrong, they betrayed me. Well, yeah, so what? That comes with the territory, brother. Like you thought you were gonna come down to this fallen world and never be hurt, never experience anything negative. Never, you 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 trusted the people down here so much that you're just like, have it all. Like, no, you don't have to close your heart, but take your heart off your damn sleeve. Put your heart back in your chest and guard that motherfucker, right? We know these motherfuckers are evil. We know it's disagreeable that we know this Galaxy 18 is disagreeable. We know this is the Children of the Night's playground, right? And it doesn't matter. It's the sun cycle, but still, stop looking at every situation from the past as, oh my God, no, like you're causing your chakras to erode, especially your heart. You're not making yourself feel safe. Someone is locked out their body and they're not possessed, but someone did a very interesting technique, which I will not, can't say it. Someone has been using a technique which comes with a lot of risk. And you need to know that every time you do this, you are rewriting your DNA. I mean, everything does that, like even like a candle spell, like with intention, that changes your DNA. People don't know that. They think, oh, it's on the physical, it's not attached to me. Well, it is attached to you because you picked up the lighter, your oil and sweat got on it, and you lit the lighter, and then you spoke into it, you said intentions, and that affected your mind, and then that mental note goes into your body. The neuron fires to your brain, sends a signal, it releases a chemical of emotion, whatever. So it changes your DNA. If you want to look at it that way, everything is everything. But someone's been using a technique which I would call forbidden, and you need to stop using this technique, or you need to find better ways to use it, because you are locking yourself out of your body, and you might not have the passcode to get back in. I've been locked out of my physical body before, and it feels like you're being assaulted by your own spirit, and it is not comfortable. That lasted a good 5 months for me before I figured it out. I can make a video on that. Someone needs to hear it, but I'm not allowed to. So since I can't teach you it, you're either gonna have to just stop, or you're just gonna have to ask your guides. Either ask your guides to take the gift away so you can get back in your body. Stop completely if you're able to. I know it's addicting. Some of you guys, once you start using your gifts, it's like you don't know how to stop it. And because you keep it going, it's like whatever you've been using your gift for, like warfare or to stop people from gossiping or spying. Well, every time someone does gossip or spy, it's like you get pinged. And even though it's not affecting you because you have the shield up, you're using this gift to stop it, it's like it's dirty water. So it's like you need to cleanse your gifts. And I made a video about that before in the reading. But some of you guys need to like cleanse the channels you're using that you pull these gifts from, or you need to change the source of your power entirely. Like unplug from this socket, wire in over here. Like unplug the red wire, plug in the green and blue. You know what I mean? Like change sources, change the socket, do repairs on your mind, on your body, on your physical, on your spirit, on your soul. No more cards when they said put the cards up, but leave those 3 out. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So we're gonna use the Mystic Martian Oracle deck. Shout out to Aurora for gifting me this. She said take the whole thing out, son. The whole thing. Yeah, I got you. The whole thing. The whole deck. I got you, man. I got you. What does my collective need to know right now? Just pop out. Just let me know. Oh, it wanted to come out. It didn't. We have MIB, and Syrian A, by the way. And yes, this is the aquatic ones. I think Series B is more... I need to do my research on Series B. No more cards for now. Put them back. Okay, no more cards for now. So yeah, confirmation. This MIB. Someone is being gang stalked. I mean, a lot of us have been gang stalked. It's not like it. they can't do anything. Sometimes they'll send someone to try to pickpocket you, plant stuff on you, but that's kind of rare, and you can know when it happens. I was, this was last year. I was in a smoothie shop getting a acai bowl, and this girl, she's wearing glasses, all black, hair tied back, wearing boots, very tactical. I'm like, I know you're an assassin. Anyway, she walks up real close to me, gets up behind me, and I feel her brush against my. Before she walked up to me, I put my hand in my pocket and grabbed my stuff so she couldn't reach in my pocket. And she walked up, where people like walk up past you like this, and they try to like quickly I'm like, I stepped back and just looked at her, and she said, "Oh, hi." And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And then she didn't buy anything. She just walked out the store. I'm like, it's silly, bro. I'm like, I mean, that I passed that test. Some of you guys have been pickpocketed before, and you're scared of like walking past people. Just keep your hands in your pocket on your objects if you need to, or get like a bag, get like a little like a satchel, a fanny pack, a backpack, get something to put your stuff in if you're that, wear pants that have zippers on them, or get pants with deep pockets, wear hoodies that have like the 2 pouches in them, or the kangaroo pouches, anyway, stalking, intimidation, confrontation. There's always 2 ways to look at cards. You have the reverse and the upright. This wouldn't really have like a upright, but I mean, if you want to take it in that sense, like some of you guys are very predacious, not a sexual predator, but some of you guys are like, you're more apex. You have characteristics and traits that humans would call alpha. So when it comes to stalking, intimidation, and confrontation, this is just you needing to get in your shadow and confront what is this that's making you feel off, confront what is this that's making you feel anxious, confront your shadow. And if you want to take this on the physical, like, oh, someone's messing with you, well, you shouldn't be stalked. You should never stalk. You do not have a reason to stalk anyone. But let's just make that clear. We do not, the divine does not need to stalk anyone. We just know. I don't have to follow anyone. I just know. God tells me. My ancestors tell me. I can look at that person and know the truth, right? So don't take this literally as you need to stalk them. But in terms of like stalking and prey, like, yes, like you need to figure out what's keeping the cycle going, of course, from yourself. How are you? How am I keeping the cycle going? But do some digging, some research, push some buttons, send some hits out, not those kind of hits, but send some little decoys out, like, see, if I do this, how's this person gonna react to that? Some of you guys just need to be aware of like the residue on people, like, are they coming home from work late, or do they have a certain energy on them when they do things on a certain time, and then you always feel kind of switching your mood when they do that. Like, start doing some digging, of course, not stalking literally, but like stalk your prey, like find out their whereabouts. Just do your due diligence. But ultimately, you have to point the finger back to yourself at the end of the day. Even if don't say you didn't do nothing. You even just smiling is doing something. Even just waving is doing something. What you mean is you didn't do anything wrong or bad. You didn't do anything wrong, but whatever you did has this person triggered and offended. So I would still, like, find out. But of course, point the finger back at yourself. How did you cause this problem? What is it that you're doing? And if you're honestly doing nothing wrong, and it's just this problem, this person's a dick, well, take that energy, put love into it, it'll end all that shit. So then we have Syrians A, artistic integrity and honesty. So as you can see, this woman on her, this lady, not a woman, but this girl, she is wearing, and I say girl because humans are men and women. Other species, they're not human, so they're not men or women, they're girls and boys, they're male and female. So this is a girl. You can call her a woman, but this is a Syrian, not a human. So yes, she's wearing these chakras. As you can see, some of you guys need to be in your sacral at this time. You need to really tap into like your artistic creativity. You need to be creating more than you're working. You need to be putting things away that will help you. Like, it could be money. That's what usually comes to mind. But like, maybe, invest in some really nice art supplies. Like, go to Walmart, buy like instead of getting like the $1 canvas, the $6 canvases, get the $15 canvases, something quality, get some quality art pieces, put them away, come back at a later time. And what helps, if you just don't have the energy, if you just can't find the time, like you're busy, you need to sit down somewhere. You can do it standing, but you need to sit down somewhere and think about what you want to do and just seed it that way, and then like project it. So like maybe you want to get some painting done this week, but you don't really have a specific time when you know you can sit. Well, have a seat and just, sit there and think about painting, and then project it to like Tuesday. Maybe you do it on Tuesday, maybe you don't, but just doing that motion, that simple motion of projecting it forward, or like putting the energy out there, you will actually get it done faster than just, oh my God, I need to get this done, I need to get that done. Like, you're actually doing something productive that will eventually come around. So when I need to get something done, but I don't know when I can get it done, I sit down, I might write it, but usually I'll just, I'll visualize myself doing it. Like, I'll visualize myself cooking myself a nice meal, because maybe I don't have time today or tomorrow, but I know sometime this week I want to cook myself a nice meal. So I sit down, I visualize myself in the kitchen. I got my pans, I'm frying, I'm seasoning, I'm moving stuff around, I'm grabbing a drink, I'm on the chopping board. And then I'll just say, you know what, I want to do this week. I may not do it Monday or Tuesday, but sometime this week, it'll happen naturally. That happens. This is something else. Things happening naturally. You guys like to just be in the flow, but a lot of you guys have been being interrupted, at least recently, by people who just aren't vibing on the same frequency as you. Like, they might actually be cool people, but it's like they're just not able to like catch the vibe you're on, and it causes friction. So it's not that you need to change your vibe necessarily. It's more so you just need to like allow it to happen. Some of you guys are like addicted to like changing the outcome. Like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that because this is gonna happen. Well, yeah, usually there's only 6 outcomes. There's only 6 inputs and outputs that you can get, like creation, destruction, and so forth. But some of you guys are like too addicted to like getting certain outcomes where it's like you need to just let it vibe. Like, so what if it's awkward? So what if it's uncomfortable? So what if someone said something dumb? So what if someone farted? So what if you farted? Like, you're still chilling. It's still a beautiful day. Sure, someone might have had an attitude. Fuck them. Just walk away. Maybe your girl is bitching at you too much because she's on a period. So just, buy her some flowers, take her some snacks, and then just go out the crib. Go do your own thing for the day. I'll make a series for the immature chosen here, and I'll have. And you guys can always watch any of my videos, but I will be having categories for like the immature and the mature. And the only really distinction is that newer earth angels, ones who don't have their 6 wings yet, who have not become seraphim or fire ones, y'all tend to get into a lot more mess. And it's understandable. It's understandable. It is overstandable. I was there at one point too. Like, if you're the age of 19, let's just be honest, you are not an adult. Like, yes, legally in the United States, you're an adult. In these other countries, at 16, you're an adult, or 15. But mentally, spiritually, you are not grown or mature yet. You may be wise for your age, but I guarantee you, like, even if you're old, so 19 is like the age that people are like the most unstable at. It's like right before you turn 20, and then 21, you're like just out of high school. You're trying to get your life together. You don't really know what you want to do yet. So it's like, some of you guys, you're not dumb, you have gifts, you're talented, but you need to sorry, I was distracted. By what. But I'll be making series to help the less evolved people. And again, it's not a diss, I'm not talking shit, just some people are further ahead than others. That's okay. Everything is divine timing. So sometimes you're held back a little bit, or sometimes you're just, naturally slower, and then you come around someone who has a bit more experience, and then they catapult you to the next area in life, or the next wisdom. So I wouldn't be ashamed. Just know, like, you are doing the best you can. You are pulling the best out of these dangerous, the toxic situations to healing. But I would not be addicted to that feeling and go seeking them out. After you heal, you don't need to go incur more damage just to prove that you healed, to prove you can take more damage. You just need to like lay back and, relax. You need to be in your tortoise energy, not the hair that rushing here, rushing there. Just sit down, take a seat, visualize stuff you want to do, make a mental note of it, and, seed it, project it forward. It will happen. You can't find the time, project it forward, it will happen. Pay it forward to yourself. I think that concludes the reading, guys. They said I can go deeper on this card, but well, okay, there are shrooms on this at the bottom. 1, 2, 3. I think that's a like. Well, yeah, shroom. There's a shroom there. That one. And there's like 3 over here. Some of you guys do need to take a shroom trip. Make sure you're safe. If you're not gonna have a shroom trip, just make sure you're not playing any violent music. Make sure the TV's at a soft volume. Just, you know, make sure you have warm blankets. Make sure you are safe and comfortable, and do protection before, and also talk to your shrooms. Some people don't know this. Yes, they are a living organism. Even when they're harvested, they still maintain, even when they dry out, they're still somewhat sentient. So talk to your shrooms, ask them for a safe journey. Thank them first. Say, thank you, shrooms. Give me a safe, pleasant journey. And you should have no worries. But if the shroom is talking back to you and it sounded kind of, I would just avoid that shroom trip, or those shrooms in general. But yeah, guys, the main message I wanted to give today is that, like, you need to define your own wins and losses. Like, just because you lost the competition and you didn't get the first place medal, well, maybe you got 3rd or 2nd place, or maybe you didn't get a medal at all. But, you know, like, look at like what you learned in that maybe you didn't get the prize that you wanted, but still look at like, okay, like, I learned this valuable lesson. I met this person. Because I lost, these things actually help in my favor. So just take it like that. Don't take everything personally. Really take nothing personally, and fucking be awesome. Love you guys. Later.